In this video we're going to look at a typical application problem that involves a system of equations. So let's say you're flying from Phoenix to Tucson, which is roughly about 120 miles. Now because of a headwind, it takes you 2 hours to get there, but only 1 hour to get back. So the same wind is pushing behind you when you're going back. So what was the pilot's still airspeed and the wind speed? So we're going to use a little formula which is distance equals rate times time. Alright. Think about what we know here. We know the distance and we know the time. It's the rate we don't know. So that's how we're going to set up our system. So going out, he flew 120 miles, and now the rate has two components. There's his airspeed, which we'll call A, and then he's going against the wind, so we're going to subtract off his wind speed. So this is basically his rate. And it took 2 hours. We're going to do something real similar coming back. We know it was still 120 miles, but now the wind speed's going with him, so it's going to add to his airspeed, and that only took 1 hour. So here, A plus W is his rate. So we have two equations. We have 120 equals, let's distribute this 2A minus 2W. And here it's just one time, so we have 120 equals A plus W. So we have a whole plethora of ways we can solve this. We can use matrices, we can graph and solve, we can use elimination, we can use substitution. I see that if I double my equation here, I'm going to be able to eliminate. So I'm going to double everything in this equation. So that's going to give me 240 equals 2A plus 2W. And I'll add my two equations together, so I'm going to do elimination. Because the W's eliminate, and I get 4A equals 360, or dividing by 4, I get that A equals 90, and because we're in miles an hour, that's 90 miles per hour was his airspeed. Now we have to find the wind speed. I'm going to use this equation right here. So I have 120 equals 90 plus W, and I get that W has to equal 30 miles per hour. So we got a pretty strong wind that he was flying into down there, but also a pretty strong wind that was flying with him on the way back.